All right, welcome back, my friends and my fellow cycling nerds, to the Shrug Cycling Podcast, the only cycling podcast where I recap races with my guests who literally could not care less about cycling. I'm your way too optimistic host, trying my darnest to get my friends and family to care about this misunderstood sport. Have I been successful so far? Well, this is episode 2. I thought it would only take one episode, if I'm being honest, but here we are, episode 2. I think it's going to be a while, and especially after this race that we're recapping, I think it's going to be like a really long time. But join with me. It's going to be fun. Give this podcast a listen with your friends and family who don't care about the Peloton at all, and we'll do this together. This is the Tortoise Shrug. Let's get going. We good? This is going to be great. All right. So I'm excited about this recap today. Joining with me today are two people who honestly know me way too well for me to be comfortable having them on a podcast with me for the next 45 minutes. But that's what we got to do, right? We got to bring in the drama, get more views. Today's recap is going to be all about drama, which we'll get to. But yeah, joining with me today are my lovely wife, Erin, and one of our best and closest friends, Emily. So yeah, I'm really excited to be recapping this race with the two of you, despite the fact that I'm probably going to have to endure a lot of just heckles and pushback and all that type of stuff. Anyway, excited for you to be here.
Thanks. Happy to be here too. Anything for you. I'm only doing it because Erin's doing it. Yeah, we're in this together. Truly.
Yeah. But yeah, you two watched the race together. I was there as well, so that was kind of fun. But yeah, so I guess to start things off, so Erin, you obviously put up with my cycling obsession on a daily basis. I appreciate that you indulge me in that obsession and just let me rant to you sometimes. But I think it's fair to say, like, you don't really care about cycling apart from the tour. Is that right?
That is correct. Yep, I watch and endure just because I love ya. That's about it.
The things we do for love, right? All right. And then Emily, so we've been best friends since high school. I think you actually probably know about my cycling, my love of cycling longer than basically anyone, because you have been to France on many occasions. You speak French. Did you go to the Tour de France at one point?
To be honest, I can't remember, which goes to show you how exciting it was for me if I went. One of the times when I was over there, though, it was going through my friend's town, and I might have seen it, but I definitely got you a t-shirt.
You did get me a t-shirt. It is very well loved. It's basically a rag now.
Yeah, but
I should have brought it to show it.
Yeah, but that's embarrassing. I don't remember. Maybe I did. Sorry.
You at least got a shirt.
Yeah, I know it's a big thing there and for you. So I supported you by buying the t-shirt, which is one of my passions, shopping, you know?
Yeah, no, absolutely. But yeah, so I'm super excited for both of you to be on the podcast and to recap this race with you. So do you remember what race we are recapping today?
That's so embarrassing.
Absolutely not.
It was a big one in Italy.
It was Italy. Yeah.
It was.
Yeah, no, you got that. You got that.
A really long race in Italy. Something
with men.
Bianche,
it was the men.
Yeah,
to start.
Men, unfortunately.
So the race that we're recapping. Yeah, the race we're recapping is called Strade Bianche.
Well, I was close with the S and the V.
Yes, yeah. You were. You definitely were. Yeah, we'll get into the men's and women's races in a little bit, but first we got to establish your cycling knowledge, or lack thereof of cycling knowledge. So I'm going to ask you a few terms and you need to tell me what you think they mean. All right? So you can one of you can answer, both of you, whatever you want, no pressure. So this first one is one that got brought up while we were watching the race. So what would you say a sticky bottle is?
You know, I mean, I know what a sticky bottle is in real life. I don't know. I really don't know when.
Sorry, keep going.
No, well, I was trying to figure it out when you pointed it out, but I don't think this is what was happening then. But I was like, is it a bottleneck? The
Mm.
cycles that are bottlenecked? But I don't think that's what was happening.
Yeah, I feel like if we hadn't seen it, I would just be pulling something
That's
from
what
the
I
sky
mean.
right now. But we did see something happen, and I feel like you were like, "It's a sticky bottle."
That's exactly what happened, and both of us were like,
And
"What?"
they're like, "Wait, what?" It's an
I
odd
think he was
term,
like
but I do feel like it was with a
handing.
handoff of a water. It was something maybe the handoff wasn't great, or they did a poor job with that sticky
Yeah.
bottle. I don't know.
Yeah,
Someone was
so
passing a bottle. Like someone was in a car passing one of, what do I call
Yeah.
them?
yeah,
One
a
of
bottle,
the
a bit,
no, the people riding.
rider? A
A
rider?
rider, a
a bidon is
cyclist.
what they say. Anyway, yeah. So what a sticky bottle refers to is when the car, like the team car, is handing someone a bottle or food or something like that, and they grab it, and sometimes they'll hold on to it for a second to make sure they get it before they let go. A sticky bottle is when it's like, I'm gonna grab that bottle, and now I'm gonna hold on to it for 5 or 6 seconds and basically get a free 5 or 6 seconds of the car pulling me. Right? So
Oh.
that's what a sticky bottle is. So if
Oh,
they're holding
okay.
on a little bit too long, it's this bottle a little bit sticky there to your fingers, right?
It's a little devious.
I know,
Okay.
right?
Cheating.
If they do it for too long, they can get disqualified, but they're always
Yeah.
trying to go right on the edge. All right, next one. What
Okay.
would you say it means when a rider bonks?
Bonks?
What?
Bonks.
Like bumper cars when they bump into the next person. Bonk.
It's gotta be that. We're gonna go with that, the wheels bonk. There's a little bit of a little flirtatious bonk with the wheels, maybe.
Little love tap.
A love tap.
Little.
Yeah, a little bit of chemistry there between the riders. No, that is not what it means.
Okay.
That is
That's probably what it should mean, but okay.
That's in our version of cycling.
No, so what it means when a rider bonks is when they're completely out of energy and they basically just full crack type of thing.
So why not crack or something? I guess
You know,
or
bonk is a more intense version. I don't know where it came. I didn't make it up.
Such an
all right?
odd
I don't.
word for that.
That one's not the sticky bottle. After
Out
you
of
explained it, made
steam?
sense.
Out of steam.
They're
That's
out
what
of
they
That's
should
a
do.
whole
steam?
phrase.
Most of
I
these
don't
are not
know.
English terms.
Sure. So the translation, things could get lost in translation.
Yeah, what the
Okay,
English,
that's
what
fair.
the bonk
Okay, but
would
bonk
be
is
the translation from? That's a good question.
that's not even
But yeah, all right.
that's not even English. It's a sound like a bonk. I don't know.
I like your definition though. All right, we're gonna do one more. This one isn't super widely used in cycling. This is just more Lantern Rouge Cycling Podcast specific. All right, but I have to ask this one. What would you say a
Okay.
tug buddy is?
It's when
Wow,
you
this
ride with your
sport is a
best
riot.
friends. It's when
What
you
did you
ride
say,
with your
Emily?
best friends. It's when
When you
you're
ride with
riding
your
with
best
your
friend?
yeah. If Aaron and I ever rode our bikes, we'd be tug buddies.
We'll just start referring to ourselves as tug buddies when we collectively ride our bikes.
Hey,
But
tug
why
buddy.
is it a tug buddy?
Because you're
We'll be
chugging along with your
you
buddy.
gotta tug them along when they bonk.
You're not far off.
Is it they're helping each other out? Maybe?
Definitely. So it's what it basically is say I attack across to a group and you're one of my teammates. like I get up to a teammate who's they're going to be my tug buddy. They're going to stay at the front and they're just going to tug me along.
Like a
And I
tugboat. Like
like
a
a tugboat.
tugboat.
Exactly, like a tugboat.
There we go.
See?
Okay.
But now it's a tug buddy.
But it's a tugboat.
Kind of.
All right.
But like even yesterday when we were watching and you said attack, I didn't see any attacking happening. So it's, these terms are
Inconsistent with what
for
we
sure.
do.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, well, like with that, like you're thinking that they're just gonna like physically attack another rider, is what you're assuming.
yeah.
That
I
would be a
didn't know
different sport.
I didn't know meant they were gonna break away. That feels like the
Yeah, like
opposite
you
of attacking,
put
but
in
I'm
a
coming along.
sure. No,
I understand now.
that's great.
We're acclimating to the terminology here.
That's what we need. Gotta understand the terms. Okay, let's get into the recap. So we have the men's recap, which we will try and breeze through, and then the women's recap. For the men's, I was trying to frame this in a way that would, pique your interests and, get you involved. So you both are very much into rom-coms.
Accurate.
And maybe, back in the day, teenage heartthrobs. I love rom-coms
yeah.
too, honestly. I think they're great. Some of them, I will say.
Yeah.
Not all of
A
them.
select few, I would
a
like to
select
correct.
few.
A select few.
But that select few is really good. So anyway, what I thought we would do is assign like rom-com characters or teenage heartthrobs to kind of the main characters of this race. So I sent you a list of certain riders beforehand with some pictures, and you gave me some answers. So I'm just gonna let's just try and get through these like fairly quickly, but I want to hear your explanations. So we'll go through these and tell me who you chose to be the match and why you chose it. So first one, obviously, Tadej Pogacar. Who'd you choose for him?
Did not know that's how you said his name. Okay, so I was reading like the descriptions that you gave me, and I thought that he was Nathan Scott from One Tree Hill, one of my all-time favorite shows, because Nathan Scott plays basketball, but it just seems totally effortless, and he's a little like got a little bit of an ego, and
Yeah,
I
like he
feel
can
like
like
Fair
do
enough.
everything, but like is kind of egocentrical about it. Like just like
yeah,
very
Gotta be.
yeah.
Thank God for
That's
his
that's
wife
good.
Haley James calming him down, getting his ego in check. And then when we
Yes.
watched it fit.
Tade, if he doesn't have a Haley, James might need one.
Yeah.
No, his
I
his
agree.
wife is a professional cyclist too.
Well, that's cool.
Or maybe
Oh,
soon
that's
to
a
be wife. I
bummer.
don't know if they're married. Maybe it's just girlfriend.
Yeah, because there's
Anyway,
more
okay,
to life
so
than cycling. I'm so sorry, sir.
all right, so his teammate Isaac Del Toro.
Obviously, he's Lucas Scott, right, Aaron?
Yeah, because they're like brothers in the show, right? You have that knowledge a little bit better than I do. My sister was obsessed with that show, so I therefore was not.
Katie, she's going to agree with me. I already know.
She 100% will.
But he's just like, okay, the thing with Nathan and Lucas in the show is that Lucas is kind of stuck in Nathan's shadows. And I feel like that's what's happening with these guys.
Yeah, that
Valid
makes sense.
comparison.
So
That's super good.
that's why I see the Scott brothers in those two.
Yes, I think that's great. All right, so one of their other teammates, Jan Kristen.
Okay, I was not good at knowing who was who, but remind me how you described him.
Yeah.
Jan Kristen was he's also one of their teammates. What I put is that he's not always the best teammate. Sometimes ignores the directions and kind of does what he wants, and rides a little bit dangerously and recklessly at times.
John
But he's super
Tucker.
entertaining. Yes,
Oh, that's
what you put for that.
right.
That's
John
right.
Tucker
We said
from John Tucker Must Die. That's what you put.
yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
Totally selfish, doesn't care about anyone but himself, and he's just complete player, reckless behavior, and I hope he gets taken down.
Wow.
No,
Hopefully
I don't
he's not
know.
listening to
Those
this
are
podcast.
fighting
Why would he?
words.
So what point, though?
Obviously, that's what happens in the movie.
Yes, for sure. Okay, so next one up was Paul Success. And it sounds like the last name had the inspiration here.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
remember, Aaron, who he said?
Yes. Hard to not think of Channing Tatum in Step Up when you've got
Tyler
a last name.
Last name like
Yep.
Success.
Yep.
And you're thinking rom-com.
Yep. Tyler Gage from Step Up, because I feel like
Wonderful.
he's a little bit of an underdog, and he's from the other side of the tracks. He's a little like, but how's he
Yeah.
gonna do?
Yeah, for sure.
And he
I think
lives
that's
up
great.
to the hype when he comes to dancing. In the movie, he's dancing.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. And they're not dancing, to reiterate, in this.
No, but
Just okay.
I feel
No,
like
but
that'd
you're-
be great,
you're right.
though. We
Yeah,
would tune
that
in.
would honestly be great.
I would
they had a
tune in
dance
if
photo.
they were all
In
dancing,
those
or if they
spandex.
all looked like Channing Tatum.
Or
Yes. Yeah, for sure. Right. Okay. Next one up was Wout Van Aert, which
Yeah.
we kind of specified this as like the recent Wout, because Wout from 6, 7, 8, even like I guess 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago, he was just winning everything. And now recently, what I put as a description is he is just like the nicest guy, but crashes all the time and feels like he like can't get wins when he deserves them.
This is a personal favorite. Nick Miller. Oh, lost my headphone. Nick Miller
Ooh.
from New Girl.
From New Girl, love it.
Yeah,
I
I'll
think
be
that's
honest. Emily was like way better at coming up with these than I am. And you said Nick Miller, and I was like,
please.
oh, hands down. That's so good.
For sure.
Yep, everybody loves him. Such a good teammate, known for crashing out at some reason.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So good.
Yeah, I had help. My neighbor's amazing at this kind of thing. But
Good. Oh, that's great. Okay, next one up was Matteo Jorgensen, the American rider. So what was your choice for him? So what I said is that, and this is from like a recent interview that someone gave, I put that he's like super nice guy, but like the Peloton, like his like almost like coworkers sort of like kind of think he can be a little bit of a dick at times because he just like is all business when he races. So what did you put for that comparison?
Emily, remind me.
We said Patrick from 10 Things I Hate About You, because everyone else thinks he's kind of a jerk, but he's actually so awesome.
Yes.
And he's like edgy. You said, I think, to us in person that he was like edgy. Was it edgy?
Yeah,
that
I
you
put
said?
that he looks like he probably drinks black coffee, which I can relate to.
Yeah, goes against the grain.
But yeah, no, and you got to have Heath Ledger in there somewhere.
Oh,
We love-
You really
had to
can't
be.
do
love
this
Heath
without.
Ledger.
Yeah.
All right, final
Yeah.
two. We got two more, and then we can get into the recap. We had Tom Pidcock.
Can't wait. Okay, this one was Erin, and I agreed. This was the guy, I forget his name. Matthew McConaughey, though, in Failure to Launch.
Oh, yeah. Because they're like, he's like, you describe him as he's like, does like dirt bike riding, whatever it's called, I can't think right now. And like a lot of other like cycle cross things, but like is kind of all over the place and like egotistical and stuff. And yeah, so Matthew McConaughey in Failure to Launch just felt like accurate.
Pretty
For
sure,
sure.
no offense to Tom Pidcock, but you said maybe he still lives in his parents' space.
He definitely does not do that.
Feel like
He
I
makes
get
so
that
much money.
vibe, but maybe not.
Oh man, no, he's very successful and he's very
well
good.
off.
But in for the purposes of this podcast, maybe he does fail
We
to
don't know.
launch. Last one, Ben Healy, who we just went full just Irish comparison on this one, right?
Yeah, I said Connell from Normal People simply because he's Irish.
Yeah, Paul
And like,
Mescal.
who doesn't? Absolutely.
Wonderful.
That's all I got.
No, that's great. So when going through the recap here, so we have our characters assigned. Some of them I refer to as like the actor's name and some of them as the character name. I don't know why I
Okay.
chose to do that, but that's
Listen.
it's the way it is. So we have our comparisons. Hopefully the writers don't get offended by these comparisons. If anything, they're being compared
Sorry.
to gorgeous men. Um,
Iconic.
Yes.
Iconic.
Iconic.
so anyway, let's try and do this in like in a way that hopefully gauges your interest. So the coverage we started we started watching it. It was about like
It was
90
halfway
Ks to go,
over.
and we halfway over. That's true. Good thing we didn't watch the first half. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I know. I
Goodness.
agree. But I right off the bat, when you said that, I'm like, why are we starting halfway? I feel like I'm
No one
missing.
would watch it anyway. Except maybe me. I'd
See,
put
he
it on in the
admits.
background.
You would. You
He
would.
admits.
That's the thing. I put these things off in the background. So or put them on in the background. So anyway, so coverage started, 90 Ks to go. We're in the beautiful Italian countryside, the perfect setting for a rom-com.
Yeah.
Am I right? Like there's cypress trees everywhere,
It was gorgeous.
vineyards
Tuscany.
Both.
through Tuscany. Are you kidding me? It's amazing. So what character comes to the front when we first start watching? John Tucker. The guy who we're like,
Oh.
he's not really
Was it?
a great teammate all the time. John Tucker's out there. He's like, I'm going to put these
Showing
rumors that
off.
I'm not a good teammate to bed. And he's working super hard. Nathan Scott on his wheel, Lucas Scott on Nathan Scott's wheel. And we're like,
Right.
what's going to happen?
It is amazing picturing
John
these
Tucker
actors doing the cycling as you're saying this.
As you should.
I honestly
It's
would have
great.
rather seen them do it.
Okay, so John Tucker does a bunch of good work for his team, launches Nathan Scott. He gets a gap, but last year's second place, Tripp / Matthew McConaughey is like, bro,
Trib.
I'm gonna get up there on your wheel. No worries. He's chugging along. We're like, he's gonna get there. He drops a chain. Boom. He's gone.
Failure to launch.
So now at this point, it's
See?
failure to launch, right? That's what I'm saying. So now Nathan Scott's going up the road. We're like, this freaking guy is gonna do an 80K solo again. But now the helicopter shot, we see our savior coming up the gravel road. It's Channing Tatum. Lucas Scott is
Let's
on his wheel.
go.
And I'm like, please, Channing Tatum, you can do it. Get up to his wheel. And he's like slowly creeping. And he drops Lucas Scott. Lucas Scott's like, I can't hang. So then Channing Tatum gets to Nathan Scott's wheel. And I'm like, yes, I'm freaking out. The camera goes away for a second. It comes back. And Nathan Scott's like 30 feet ahead. Channing Tatum cracked. And the race is basically over at that point. And Nathan Scott goes for 80 kilometers. So that was the most exciting 10 minutes of the race. What were you thinking at that point?
Well,
To be
wait,
honest.
first off, can I just say, way more interested and exciting the way you just explained it than the actual watching of that whole race. That was so much more fun and engaging.
I totally agree. I also, at that point, I don't even remember all of that happening. I think I was still like just oohing and awing over the fact that they get to be in Italy. And we were trying to figure out, Aaron and I were like, is it France? Is it Italy? Where are they? We were waiting, and then the announcer said Tuscany. We were like, ooh. So honestly, Aaron and I were quite distracted by the scenery. So we missed all of that.
The only exciting part.
I will say,
Yeah.
I feel like I maybe remember you being excited about something and feeling like, was that exciting? Are we unsure? Do we know if that was exciting?
Well, I remember you being like, oh, he dropped his chain. And I was like, I think I know what that means. And I don't think it's good. I don't think I saw it happen, but I remember you being like, oh man, he dropped his chain.
Yeah. No, definitely. It was the only exciting part because it was the only part where Pogacar / Nathan Scott was close and we thought maybe someone would be able to follow him.
Yeah.
And then when he's gone, it was just like, all right, no one's going to catch him. That's the same spot where he's launched the last couple of years. And so anyway, my second question though is these like character comparisons making it more interesting for you, which you kind of already mentioned?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I needed
It's
them
just so funny to
yesterday.
picture them. Yeah, it's so funny to picture those like characters.
Channing Tatum.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just I think it's hysterical.
Also, I will say
Yeah.
having Channing Tatum be the comp for Paul Sexass is hysterical because Paul Sexass is probably like the
Yeah, the
skinniest,
size.
like tiniest human being.
I
Like,
was just gonna say that. I was literally thinking that. I'm like, it doesn't really
no,
I don't think
definitely not.
Channing Tatum works on a bicycle.
No. But hey, we're suspending our disbelief for a little bit. Okay, so the next 40K, Nathan Scott has like a minute to a minute and a half, like the whole time, and we're basically just like, all right, when is this going to end? We do have a bigger
Yeah.
group kind of coming up from behind, and now that includes Patrick from 10 Things I Hate About You, Nick Miller from New Girl, Paul Mescal from Normal People,
Yes.
among many others. This is when you noticed, Aaron, this kind of big group is together. You noticed WoW kind of doing something that was a little bit funny at the time. So
Oh,
I'm going to play this
yeah.
voice memo that you
No.
sent me. So here we go. Let's listen to this and see what you're.
Don't know what just happened. But Woot just like touched the butt of another.
I think he should be disqualified.
I've seen that happen. And I'm like, I don't know if it was like I'm here, just letting you know, but like also it was just so random. Or yeah, I don't know. But it was wow, he's so nice. I feel like it was like a buddy, don't hit me or something. I've just never not that I've watched a lot of these, but I've never seen that happen before. So
I definitely haven't.
it's exciting. Really exciting moment.
Okay.
That
so
We were
honestly,
clearly like searching for something
Anything.
to be exciting.
Honestly, that was the most exciting moment in like a full 45 minutes, I think. We were like, whoa, something's happening. Someone's pushing
And we
the other
almost
guy's
missed
butt.
it.
You almost missed it.
Yeah, we almost missed it because we were zoning out.
Hey, to be fair, I was even like walking in the other room being like, I'm going to find something else to do. I don't even want to watch this because I was just fatalistic about it. No, so
Yeah.
that is a good thing to notice. So what he was doing at that point is the riders in that group are taking turns, right? So like you're in the front and you're doing the work for a little bit, and then you pull off and you go to the back, right? And then as the line goes up, like you're like progressively going to get to the point where you're at the front again, right? So it's like here, let me person in the front, right? The
Okay.
rider here. This person takes their turn and now they go to the back and this person's taking a turn in the wind. Then they go to the back and now this person, right? So if there's like a
Yeah,
line of a bunch of people, right? There's like you go to the back of the line and then you wait your turn and sometimes it's a long time. Well, it was basically just being like, I'm not going to pull. The rider's trying to go behind him and he's like, nope, I'm going to push you in front of me. I'm not going to take a turn. I'm not doing any of the work.
Oh.
Like he's basically just
Okay.
pushing him in front to basically just say like, I'm not going to do any work.
He's like, I'm the elder here. I don't need
Yeah.
to do any more work. You little munchkins can go
you
ahead.
are my tug buddy and you have to tug me along.
There you go. You're getting it. That's what
Okay,
I'm talking about.
the whole wind thing, when you mentioned that, I like truly this is so embarrassing to all the cycling people. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, no, it makes a massive, massive difference. Like
I
in my limited
literally didn't think
experience,
about
like
it.
I even notice it and I don't go that fast. Yeah, it's like if you're in a pack, especially like if you're in the big peloton and you're in the middle, you're using half the energy of the person on the front. Which is like pretty crazy, right? Like
I will say learning that did make the, infrequent times that I watch cycling with you slightly more interesting, just knowing that like, oh, there is a trade-off happening here and that's like a part of the strategy and like there's turn taking in a competitive race and like all that kind of stuff. I genuinely do think that makes it all way more interesting.
for sure. Yes. So anyway, so that's what Wout was doing
Yeah.
there. And yeah, so I think like, yeah, you're saying, Aaron, like that's it. Like it when I didn't realize it as well, like I'm just like, why are they not staying on the front and trying to win the race, right? Like, yeah, it definitely does like enhanced the viewing experience. Obviously not in this type of race, but like you can understand like the tactics of what they're doing, right? But yeah, why would you know that that's what he's doing when he touches the guy's butt? um,
We
uh,
were, like I said, I thought he should have got disqualified.
yeah, right.
But
But yeah, so that kind of points to like the next phase of what kind of happens is this thing that they call group 2 syndrome. So that basically is like when the second group, they kind of give up on first place, and now everyone in that group is fighting for second place, and they're all basically just like, I'm not going to go to the front and do more work than the next person. So everyone just kind of like stalls. And what they do instead is a rider will go and try and attack and see if someone will close the gap to them. So that's kind of what happens instead of them like cohesively working together and being like, we're going to eat into this gap. And now it's 10 riders against one Pagacha. Now, instead of that happening, they're basically all just like, I'm going to attack this person and I'm going to attack that person and I'm going to try and get second, right?
No, I won second place. No, I won second place.
Yeah, right? So exactly. That's basically what it was, which to be fair, if you told me I could get second place in a race like that, you kidding me? But so anyway, so that's happening. But then Nick Miller, aka Wout van Aert, is like, screw this. I'm just going to go to the front and I'm going to do like mega pole, bunch of work, presumably for Patrick / Heath Ledger / Matteo Jorgensen. All right. So then we get to this steep section where there's the crowd is there. I assume that it's like a crowd of rom-com fans, I assume.
yes,
And it's very like cramped, which you both kind of noticed. Trip
kind of noticed. It was ridiculous.
Yes,
Ridiculous.
for sure. So Trip / Matthew McConaughey is like / Pitcock is like, I'm gonna attack. And Paul Mezcal is like, I'm going to try and follow him, and tries to go around Lucas Scott / Del Toro. But he gets hit by like a crowd, like a spectator, right? Kind of like hit and falls over into Lucas Scott and causes a little bit of a tumble.
Aaron,
and yeah, it was just a little bit crowded.
I don't remember that happening.
It was a very small, like he just fell over and then they came back up. But the crowd was like super,
those dang crowds
was super close, right? So
yeah,
we did have a voice memo of Aaron from that as well, of both of you, not just Aaron.
Clearly have opinions about this.
Yes, so here we go.
He's feeling very stressed about all of the people watching yet again. And I'm giving him no space. No space. There's like a guy with drumsticks. I don't know why those are there. Oh my goodness. I don't understand how they ride through these like crowds and people just like waving flags and like putting their hands out to film. He's not even gonna see us. No, this is just like a random spot on the ride. There's just like so many. If this is giving finish line energy, it still has 50 kilometers to go. It's like someone's just gonna like hit him in the face. You know, it's crazy. Less miles.
What did I say at the end?
You
Less
said it's
miles?
less miles than kilometers, which
Yeah. I couldn't do the quick math, but it's true. It was giving finish line energy. Like I thought the race was ending because there were so many people and they were like all up in their space.
Yes, for sure. Yeah. So you both definitely had opinions about that. I honestly kind of do too. Like, I don't think the spectators should be that close.
It's so rude.
Also, can I just really quickly jump on my soapbox to say, obviously, maybe people live right close to there, but you drive and camp out and go to this race to watch the best riders in the world ride. And instead of watching it with your own eyes, you have your phone up and are filming it. Like, you're there. Watch it. If you want to watch it through a screen, then watch it on TV. I don't understand it.
They have to post it. They have to show proof that they were there.
It is insane. But like literally like in the shots, it's like every single person is like holding a phone up, and it is bananas.
I did keep thinking like that's not going to be a good video because these guys were going so fast that like that video is not even going to be good.
Yeah.
But
it's definitely not.
Teach their own.
Yeah. Exactly.
I mean, I would video if I saw any one of these actors in real life. So
yes, any one of the actors, yeah.
I would video
Fair
it
enough.
and send it to Erin.
Yes.
Which I would
But-
appreciate.
But you would look at them with your actual eyes first, right? Okay. Anyway, let's just finish off this men's race because it was not very exciting.
Yeah, it was.
so Tripp's attack, in fact, does not work. Failure to launch yet again. I feel bad for him though. He had lots of mechanicals, lots of issues. So instead of his attack working, Channing Tatum is like, see ya, and he launches again with Lucas Scott on his wheel, and they ride off for second and third place. A couple times between now and the finish, John Tucker is like, screw team tactics, and he attacks and is just like, I'm gonna go across to my teammate and potentially block everything up, which makes zero sense. Classic John Tucker there. So he did a great job in the
Unless you think of him
beginning.
as John Tucker, and then it makes
Then
perfect
Then it
sense.
all makes sense.
100%. He
You're
did a
showing
great job
off for
in the
some
beginning.
Female.
Yeah.
Yes. But yeah, no idea why that was happening. But anyway, so Nathan Scott rides away to a win. No one really cares. I mean, yes, people care. I'm happy for him.
Okay, wait.
Am I?
Can I say
But-
something?
Yes, for sure.
Can I say something? Yes, Nathan Scott, but then at the end when he won, or close to the end, there was a little piece of his hair sticking up, and I realized he's actually kind of more like Protozoa. Do you remember Protozoa from Xenon?
From Xenon?
Because he had like the bleached tips, and they were like, it was like sticking up from his helmet. So
That's so good.
No, that's amazing. That's everyone, like all American listeners between the ages of like 30 and like 40, like somewhere around there, are just like, that's their reference. This is the only
That's
place you're going to get a Protozoa reference.
okay, but if you
Xenon-
know, you know. If you
Yeah.
know, you know.
You kidding me?
Okay.
Honestly, we
like,
should
you
do one of
gave
these
us-
where it's like a Disney Channel original movie
Yeah.
crossover. That'd be
Oh
great.
my gosh.
Anyway,
That would be fun.
Anyway,
But-
sorry
but-
to
sorry,
interrupt
what were
your
you saying?
recap.
No.
I'm sorry to interrupt your recap, but I just had to say at the end, because when you gave like the descriptions, honestly, I wasn't looking at like photos of these guys. So it was truly just off of your description. But then at the end, I was like, oh, it's Protozoa.
Protozoa.
It's
No,
Protozoa.
it's amazing. I love it. But yeah, so he wins. Channing Tatum comes in second, which was amazing. Lucas Scott third. Unfortunately, despite our wishes, Nick Miller does not win, nor does Paul Mezcal. Maybe next time. But anyway, so that was the men's race. It kind
Yeah.
of sucked. It was a pretty bad race.
Honestly, I couldn't even tell who was who because they all look alike to me. So your recap was helpful.
Good. Good to hear. Really quick, I want to talk about the women's race because it was way better. But I
Yes,
do
it
have just a
was.
brief public service announcement to Nathan Scott / Pogača, because he definitely listens to like startup podcasts. So I know he's listening to this for sure, right? This is my message to you. Stop it. Look at the camera, Pogača. Stop it.
Honestly.
It is impossible for me to get my friends and family to care about this sport when you're going on a 2-hour, just like barely even
Joyride.
pedaling through, joyride through the Italian countryside. It is making it so boring. I know you want to win. You can win. That's fine. But maybe like attack with like 10K to go next time. Make it more
Yeah.
exciting. Please. Just
Yeah, or
stop
like
it.
switch up the races. Because once I heard this was like his fourth time
His fourth
winning
time running.
Yeah.
this specific race, it's like, okay, you've won it 4
Yeah.
times. Like, great job. We all know you're incredible.
Give Nick
like,
Miller a turn.
yeah, like
Well, he's
let's
won it
make
before.
it exciting to watch again. Yeah. That's hysterical though.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Stop it. I agree.
Stop it.
It was boring.
It was.
Okay. So, I did have a key moment I wanted to talk about, but I think instead of doing that, let's just
Oh wait, no,
Let's
no,
just
no, no,
head on-
no.
What?
The key moment being that the camera was showing him win that we didn't even get to see like
we
the
didn't even
switch
see
up.
the second place.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah,
like- We
to
had
be
no
honest,
idea.
when I saw like brief footage of it later, I think Lucas Scott / Del Toro might have just done kind of the right thing in the scenario and was basically like, I've been sitting on your wheel the whole time. I'm not going to just like attack and take second place from you. I think he basically just like
Oh,
let him win because he's like, he's going to get a podium spot anyway.
That's so Lucas
That's
Scott.
what I think. Maybe it honestly, it could have also been that Sexass just was way stronger. I mean, he was way stronger. So I don't know.
Okay.
But you're right. That was a
yeah.
annoying coverage moment where it's like, I want to see the battle for second place.
yeah.
What the
Yeah.
heck? Yeah. Okay. Let's jump into the women's recap because it was way, way better. And I want to make sure we have time to do that. Yeah, this race was so, so good. I will say
No
we
surprise.
started watching it at like 12K to go or something like that.
Yeah.
I showed this to Aaron later. Emily, you didn't see this. So before this
Man.
happens, before we
Darn.
started
So bad.
watching,
It's so bad.
the two of the main favorites, there was like a decisive moment where someone attacked, and both of the two favorites had like mechanicals at the same time. So like one of them had like a derailleur that broke, and one of them had a flat tire.
Derailleur.
So now
Yeah,
they're coming back,
That
right?
sucks.
But they're like a minute behind. They're a minute behind this lead group, and the motorbike that's in front of this chase group with the favorites leads them down the wrong road. And they go like a while down this road before they realize like this isn't on the they're just like outside of someone's house who's like, what's going on?
Are they
so
like
they're out of the
raising
race at that
hell?
point.
Are they like raising hell today? That's terrible.
Right?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
It's
like,
so bad.
Yeah. And
I would
mean,
have something to say about that, and I'm not even competitive.
for sure. No, I mean, in hindsight, it's like it made for a better race, but still, like,
But that
how are you gonna? You would, yeah. I mean, that has happened in men's races before, but it's like it didn't happen in the men's race later.
I was
which
just
is
in
the
the day.
same.
Yeah.
It is the same route. It is the exact same route. So I don't like. I get it, it's different people probably like leading it, and so like maybe there's that, but like it can't be that complicated. They just did it the day
That's where
before or
we
whatever. It's
needed
so
the
wrong.
spectators showing the way.
There we go.
For sure.
They make it very obvious when they're being
For sure.
annoying spectators.
You are so right. But yeah, so we started
Wait, did
watching.
they get back? Did they get back? Like,
I mean, they got
in
on
the
the
group?
course, but they were like 3 minutes behind at that point. So it's like
that's
They weren't going to
horrible.
catch up.
yeah, they're not going to catch up. And the other thing is like, then like the riders in the front group, they hear on the radio like Vollering and Ferrand Prevot are like now 2.5 minutes behind, and now they're like, I'm going to drill it to extend the gap as long as I can, right? So it's like race over.
Yeah,
for
they're
them.
like taking the opportunity.
Yeah.
As they should.
As they should, right? I mean, I would do the same thing. But anyway, so we started watching the women's race, and this is the first recording we have there.
Right, so we just started the women's race because the men's race was boring. Snooze fest. I don't know why we didn't start with this. And like we're starting in the last 12 kilometers and already it's like amazing. Like they're actually competing and like pushing hard and it looks like they're actually trying and they care. I'm gonna watch 3 episodes of Love Island instead of the men's race. We have made a great pivot to women's.
Oh man.
Okay, it's
Yeah, so
true.
I love that reaction in time. What'd you say?
It's true. I did keep thinking that. I'm like, how long was the race? The men's race that we watched?
It was like 2 hours and 15 minutes, something like that we watched.
Yeah. I was like, I could watch a couple episodes of Love Island.
Yeah, I was like, I could be stretching, folding my sourdough like the whole time, you know?
I could be straightening my hair, meal prepping for the week,
Taking my dog on a walk, like
reading
playing
my
with
book.
my kid.
It was kind of upsetting that I did it for you. But we gave up a lot of our Saturday for the men's race.
Yeah, no. And to be fair, you should be doing those things. instead of watching that race. In fact, most of the time, I will also say this, most of the time when I'm watching a cycling race, I'm not just like sitting on the couch full watching it most of the
Well,
time.
Aaron and I took it very seriously for you.
We did.
No, which I appreciate.
Full attention.
But you're totally right though. The women's race way more exciting. Your comment about they actually care, I was cracking up about. The men are just like,
it seems like it.
It just looks
whatever.
like again, it's the thing with like watching Pog for like the majority. Like it doesn't
Yeah,
even
for
look
sure.
like he's tired in the end. Like it looks like he literally was just like, I just won another race. Let's go. But
For
like
sure.
the effort,
There
it was
was-
nice. It's just nice to watch sports where you can see the effort.
Yeah, totally.
It's
like,
nice to watch
yeah.
sports, Aaron.
No, I mean, I don't like to watch sports, but if I'm gonna watch sports, I want to see the like drama. I want to see the fight.
Yeah.
I want to see like,
For sure.
I want all the. That's what makes it
It's
something to
true.
watch.
Within like 5 minutes of the women's race, there was already so much more happening. Like people were switching places,
Yeah.
They
no,
weren't
definitely.
cheating. There was no sticky bottle.
There's no sticky bottle.
No
You're
sticky
right.
bottles.
No sticky bottles at all. But yeah, so about 12Ks to go, we had Elisa Longo Borghini. Sorry, I'm so bad at pronouncing names. Nivea Doma and Puck Petersa. Again, sorry, so bad at saying names. But the three of them were up front. The group behind kind of came back. And as the group was coming back, we were like, this is going to make a super interesting dynamic if it's like a group of whatever it would be, like 8 or 9 people with Mariana Voss there and everyone like that. So we saw them coming back, and that was really great. So then we had that group heading into Siena for the decisive kind of end finale. Really impactful climb. And it was great because like I had no idea who's going to win. I don't think any of us, like no one knew, like I thought best case or best chance would be like Nivea Doma or ELB. But it was like, you never know. And that was like what was making it so exciting. So then.
This is what I was envisioning.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So then the end of the race, we had your live reaction to that. I'm loving your live reaction to these. So we'll listen to what it was there.
You're welcome.
Oh, you can hear our kids in the back.
Neck and neck. And world champions in there to each other. Just
one of them's get off long.
the world champions like what? 4th place, which is crazy because apparently there was an issue earlier.
2 something.
Okay, neck is neck. Oh, you can like hear how excited the announcer is.
Yeah, this is a race.
Again.
Oh yeah, she won. I don't know who she is or
We don't know who
from,
she is.
but she won.
We're very proud of her. It was quite the
Where's
push
the
to the end.
friend there?
Oh.
Yeah, girl.
Friend. Well done.
Yeah,
Everybody was a
girl-
winner.
That was a legit race.
Yep.
Everyone's just.
Ladies.
She did it. She's a
done.
We're so happy for you. Don't give up.
You got this.
Go for your dreams.
Oh my gosh. Go for your dream.
Okay, the woman in red was like, she kind of fell behind at the end. But
Yeah.
the woman who won
Puck.
was like, the woman who won was like genuinely shocked. It was so sweet.
Yeah, it was cool.
It was Elise Shabby. Very excited for her. That was great. Really huge win. Nivea Doma came in second, which I was bummed about. She has come in second or third in that race like a bajillion times and has never won it. So
Yeah.
definitely would have liked for her to win. But it was a like in
Hopefully
that
she still had
12K,
fun.
it was a way better race than the entire men's race in that
Oh yeah.
little bit of time. So yeah.
Yeah,
That kind of
we
redeemed it a
preferred.
little bit. Men's race kind of sucked. All right, really quick, I want to just jump into to kind of close things off here. The shrug of the race. So the moment, whether in the men's race or women's race, that you cared about the least.
I'm just gonna be fully honest here
Mm,
and say that the entire race was a shrug.
Yeah.
I cannot pull out anything specific because there wasn't enough interesting things to even like contrast to make a shrug. So honestly, the whole men's race was just the shrug.
One big shrug. I agree.
Yeah.
It was just kind of like, to be honest, I feel like, wait, Erin, you said this. I've been friends with you, Luke, for, all right, I'm aging us, 20 years. And this is probably the most I've talked to you about cycling. I'm so sorry.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a bad friend. But I
That's
thought you
that's
were
the
like,
reason why we have the podcast.
I know, you were like, you tricked me into watching a race finally after 20 years. And I'm just glad that there actually was a real podcast, because I was wondering if you just were trying to guilt me into
It's
watching it.
definitely a real podcast. I'm not just gonna delete this video afterwards. What are you talking
He
about?
tricked us into two, Erin. He tricked us into two
True.
races.
But I was happy about the second one, so at least
Same.
it's okay.
It redeemed.
It's okay.
It redeemed our
Yes.
Saturday.
For sure. For sure. No, that makes sense as a shrug of the race. All right. Well, that was a slog getting through that. But that's the race, not this podcast. This podcast
I was gonna say,
was a
I'm
breeze.
I'm like,
offended,
excuse me.
sir.
No way. You kidding me? I'm talking about the race. I like this sport a lot, and I thought it was a snooze fest. But anyway, so that's an episode, or that's an episode. That's a wrap on this episode. I can talk. I promise I can talk.
You're doing great.
That's a wrap on this episode of
Yay,
the Tour de
sports.
Shrug Cycling Podcast. The race is over. They are definitely not convinced at this point.
Yeah.
And I know a lot more rom-com / heartthrob characters now, so this was a two-way street. We can, leave it at
There
that.
you go.
Maybe we'll
You're
watch another
welcome.
women's race in the future. Definitely not another men's race for a while. But yeah,
Apparently,
thanks so much
unless
for being here.
Jonas is in it.
Unless Jonas.
He's so nice.
Yes. He is great. But yeah, thanks so much for being on the podcast with me. I appreciate it, even though it was not a convincing race, and we'll just have to try again a different time.
You can possibly twist our arms again. We'll find out.
It'll be a while.
I never knew my podcast debut was going to be a sport podcast.
That's actually amazing.
It's true. I texted my friends like that this is what I was doing today, and they were like, "Oh my gosh, your passion. That makes so much sense." Like, they were very confused.
Yeah. So good. All right. Well, thank you both. Really appreciate it. I will be back in 2 weeks for Milan San Remo, which I'm very excited about, with two of my very close friends. That's when we will be releasing all of these podcasts. So maybe you're listening to this after you've listened to Milan San Remo. In which case, thank you. Appreciate it. If not, go listen to that one, right? And then we'll be here next time. Thank you so much. That was the Tour de Shrug. Until then, see you later.
Bye.